Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to talk about some newly shown items from New York Toy Fair 2019. This time we have the new kind of Hyperreal series from Star Wars from Hasbro, and they've showcased one of their new figures from that new series, it being Darth Vader. So this is a really strange series. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. You know, I'm kind of mixed. I think that I'll finally make my final assumptions on it when I start seeing some reviews, or possibly when I get the figure. I haven't decided if I'm going to get this figure or collect this line yet. It does look good, but I don't know if it's necessary, because it's kind of in between your average, you know, regular 6-inch figure from Hasbro and your Hot Toy, basically. So it's just kind of like in this in-between zone when I have a Darth Vader from the 6-inch line as well as a Hot Toys one, so I don't know if I need this. But it's a higher class figure, but it's higher class by Hasbro standards and not necessarily like an import company. But you never know, like, because it's a more domestic company, they might be able to give us a higher price or a higher quality item for cheaper than some of these other companies that are smaller based and based in other countries, you know, that have the large shipping fees and things like that. But anyway, it's very neat. They've only shown one, but I think that they've revealed that Luke will be the next figure in it as well. But this is an interesting line because it's a figure that has a cloth bodysuit, again, just similar to Hot Toys, where it has something hard underneath, but it's a cloth all around it, which hides all the seams and joints, which is very cool. Darth Vader is a perfect figure for that, and the way that they do it is with this skeleton body. He does have a metal skeleton, which I think is very cool. It allows it to be very sturdy. And this shot right here gives you a good look at the articulation. As you can see, ball jointed head at 2 places. It looks like ball jointed shoulders with a hinge. And then you have a I think that that's just a single hinge wrist, or sorry, elbow that also swivels, and then I assume ball joints at the wrists. Then you have a ball jointed upper torso as well as lower torso. That should allow you to have some nice articulation there. And then hinge swivel thighs with a thigh swivel, single hinge knees, so nothing too great when it comes to leg articulation as far as the knees are concerned. And then ball jointed ankles, which will give you the pivot and everything. That's a nice skeleton. I think that it actually will work really nicely. Now my concern is that I think that this is all that's underneath the body. Like, I think it's this, and then the fabric is just on top of this, which means when you go to, like, grab his arm, like, the fabric will just flatten to this arm right here, which I think is kind of disappointing, because that'll probably allow the suit to kind of fold in really odd places. Now, I could be wrong, you know, maybe there is some casing that goes over this, but as far as I'm aware, there isn't, and that is disappointing, I definitely would say. But the figure itself does look quite nice. As you can see, he will come with this base too. That's basically the floor of the Empire Strikes Back during the final battle there. But yeah, like, I think that if you just squeeze that arm, it'll just go right into that joint. Although this seems to be like popping. I don't know. There might be casing over it. I'm just not sure yet. That's one of the reasons that I really want to see some reviews of this. This is a slightly larger figure than your average Black Series one. It's an 8-inch figure, which is interesting. I'm glad that it's larger. Like, I guess 8 inches is pretty good because it's larger than Black Series but smaller than Hot Toys, because I don't want this thing to necessarily scale in with Hot Toys, but I want it to be larger than Black Series. So 8 inches is pretty solid. Just Darth Vader is such a tall character that I'm hoping that not everybody's 8 inches, because then they'd all just be the same height, and Darth Vader should be larger than them. So Darth Vader should be like 9 inches, and then like Luke should be like 8 inches. But he looks quite nice here, as you can see. They've got him in some decent poses. Now, I don't think they're trying to say that this has like extreme posability, because they're not going too crazy on any of these poses, but, you know, he's in nice poses. If that's the best that he can do holding his lightsaber with 2 hands, that's a little disappointing, to be honest. Especially with the skeleton being metal, I would have expected a little bit more. You do get a slew of hands, which is quite. And here's a better look at some of those hands that you get, because this figure is on pre-order right now. I'll give you the details on when it's coming out and how much it is. But as you can see, you do have several hands. I like some of these pointing ones. This one's more of a pointing. This is kind of like a choking, it looks like. The big expression for like force moving hand. And then you have this one's really cool. I like this. This is like the stopping the bullet. So I assume it's supposed to be like when Han Solo walks in on him at the on Cloud City, and he like deflects the bullet. I think that that's what that's supposed to be, so I like that quite a bit. And yeah, and it does come with the base, of course, which is nice. And this just gives you some details on the product itself. But yeah, as you can see, it is on pre-order. It's on pre-order for $80, and it's expected to come out the 1st of August. So that's pretty solid. Like, that's not a huge wait. It's 6 months away, a little less than 6 months actually. And then $80 is a pretty fair price for it. You can order it on Hasbro's new website, their Hasbro Pulse website. If you don't know about it, it's Hasbro's new website. They've got a bunch of new stuff on order and on pre-order, and if you buy from now until like February 23rd, you get free shipping, and then you automatically get subscribed to their Hasbro Plus premium service for the rest of the year, as long as you make one purchase up until the 23rd, which means it'll give you, it's basically like Amazon Prime. It's going to give you free shipping for the entire year, and then you'll also get just other kind of exclusive deals. They haven't specified on the other stuff that you get, but you get free shipping, which is really nice. So I've already made a purchase just to get signed up for Hasbro's, for the Pulse Premium, because I want to try it out. And if you the only way that you get subscribed to it for free is by making that purchase through the 23rd. If you don't do that and you still want to join, you can, but it's a $50 yearly fee, so that's a bit much without knowing quite what you're getting with it. But nonetheless, I think that this is a neat item. I really do. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I need to see some reviews, and I want to mess with it myself. But I think it's cool. Again, like, I don't know who this is meant for. Well, I guess if I didn't have the Hot Toys and I didn't collect Hot Toys, this would be a really nice item, because you're getting close to Hot Toys quality here. It's a big jump from the regular Black Series line, and it's almost a Hot Toys, but it's certainly not at Hot Toys. You can just tell by the quality of the fabric, especially the cape. The Hot Toys cape on Darth Vader is one of the best fabrics I've ever seen on a figure. It lays so nicely. This one obviously isn't to that standard, but nonetheless, it still looks really nice, and it's far cheaper than Hot Toys too. It's a third of the price of Hot Toys, so that's nice as well. Overall, I think this is a nice figure, and I will be interested to learn more about it and to decide if it's worth purchasing for myself. Because again, like, if I want a Darth Vader that I can really like play with and put on poses and take photos of and stuff, I can do that with the Black Series one. And if I want just a really nice Darth Vader on my shelf, I already have that with the Hot Toys one. So I don't quite know what this one would be for me personally. But yeah, so I need to see some reviews. I also want to see what other characters they do, because if it's a line where they're doing a lot of characters that I really like, then I'd be more interested. Like, if they did Darth Vader, obviously they're doing Darth Vader. If they did Darth Maul, that would be really cool. I'd love to see a General Grievous in this scale. That would be fun, because the Sideshow one is fantastic, but it's a little, like, I don't feel comfortable enough posing it, like, constantly. And then the Black Series one that's coming out, I don't think looks great. So that, like, General Grievous would be a nice one where the in-between stage would be something I'd need. But yeah, but this is interesting. It's a new, I like the idea that they're going into a new you know, like, area with their figures, and I'll be very interested to see how this turns out. Who knows if this is like a big success. They could branch into like Marvel and some of their other territories, which could be fun. But yeah, there's my thoughts on this new Hyperreal line from Star Wars, featuring the first figure of the series, Darth Vader. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.